Welcome, Hayley. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm a bit nervous actually, but I'm good. I'm really good.
I've known you for like 17 years now, ain't I?
No, can't believe it.
Can't believe we used to work at River Island together. Didn't you end up being the store manager from there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was I not that one? No, I think I was commercial manager
Commercial.
when you were there. But yeah, I ended up being store manager
Yeah.
when I had Jacob, because I become a single mum quite soon after having Jacob, and I was like, I need to take over the mortgage on my own, and they were like, it's a big thing. Like, it was a big store, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was girls that like the women's and men's bit, and they were just like, we ain't really had a single mum do a role like this because it's takes over your life.
Like
You
long
live and breathe
hours.
it, you got to
Yeah.
live and breathe it, ain't you? But I ain't really good at anything. Well, I didn't have no other options. I was like, give me this responsibility. Like, I need to keep my house.
Yeah.
I think when you're in that situation, like, it was like, I never wanted to be a single mum, but I was like, I don't want to have to lose all his environment as well, like his bedroom and his, like, I don't want it to be too much change. So I was like, I'm like, I've got to keep the house. So I said, right, I'll do it. And they were like, we'll give you like 3 months to prove yourself.
Yeah.
So I put Jacob in the nursery there, like Blue Water Nursery, and just cracked on.
I don't know how you done that, them long days. I used to do like 2 days a week.
No, you used to end up sitting on the bin.
Sit on the bin, do nothing. They used to be on the radio like, Keely, can you approach a customer today? And I used to just turn down the radio like, I don't think I heard you. But no, Hayley, you've cut well. Like, obviously, you've done really well there. And then now you're really successful in what you do now. So tell me what you actually do now.
So obviously, you know a bit about retail. It is like when you're a mum, it's a no-go. Like, you can't have Christmas off. I was fighting for Boxing Day off, and I just was starting to think, yeah, I'm good at it. Yeah, I'm like earning money. I've kept my house, but there must be something better for me.
Yeah.
And I was approaching my 30th birthday. So what? Oh, I'm 40 now, but yeah. So it was like 10 years ago, and I was like, there's got to be something else. I literally am working, sleeping, working, sleeping. I know single mum life is hard, but I was like, surely, like, I'm coming up to my 30th, and I think I actually took turning 30 worse than turning 40.
Yeah, a lot of people do, don't they?
Yeah, we were speaking about it the other night.
Yeah.
Where I made a huge life changes. I went through a divorce. I was like, I don't want to go into my 30s being me. So you probably felt like that about your career. And
I think when you go into your 30s and you're not exactly happy, it's like, I think you've got an expectation of how your life's going to be.
I think you think
And
that
you
your
don't.
life is, you got your shit together at 30.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you think.
it's
Yeah.
to be. And then obviously I was with Jacob's dad for like 8 years. I was like adamant I weren't going to relive my mum's life. I was like, I do not want to be a single mum.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, not because there's any shame in it. Like, it's an incredible thing to achieve, but it was the workload, seeing my mum doing 4 jobs, being skint all the time. I was like, I do not want that.
Yeah.
And then obviously it happened, and that was my life. And I was like, right, 30, I'm paying bills, I'm literally on my own. I'm picking him up, always the last mum picking him up. I've got mum guilt.
Mum guilt.
yeah.
Massive mum guilt. Like, I didn't want, like, I was like, oh, ideally I want a year off retail. And then after 6 months, obviously we split up. I had to go back to work. And I had such bad mum guilt that he was going to be in nursery for all his milestones.
6 months old.
He went back to nursery when he was 6 months old. He went into, not back, he went into nursery because I had to go back to work.
That's really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's young.
And that was just because financially we couldn't afford it. But then once he was 1 year old, we split up. And that was it then. He was in there full time. And it was like, what, 7:30 in the morning till 6 at night. And I was just thinking, like, all his milestones, he's learning to walk, everything is they're going to see.
You miss out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had bad mum guilt, but at the same time, you've got to pay the bills.
So many
Yeah.
women have to do it. I take my hat off.
Yeah, me too.
That work full time.
Yeah,
They have to
it's
live the
so
time.
hard. Like, and it's like you're juggling the mum guilt, retail as well. I was having to give a year's notice of my holidays. Like, when you're a mum and like your baby's ill, it's like, how can you say I need a day off, like, or plan it? You can't.
You can't.
So yeah, I was like juggling that life, and it was just wearing me thin. And I was like, right, in my 30th, I was in a moment of a bit of a breakdown, I'd suppose. I was a bit like, what the fuck? So I heard about network marketing, and I was like, someone was promoting it on socials. I didn't really know much about it, but I looked at it, and then I'd met Dan, my husband, and basically his brother's wife was going on a hen do, and she was like, do you want to come? And I was like, do you know what, I've not had a holiday, I've worked and slogged as a single mum, like, I'm gonna just put it on a credit card and go. I don't know none of these people, it's really out my comfort zone, but I'm gonna go. And I met a girl who I joined under on network marketing there, and I feel like the universe takes you to these people, don't they? And she was like spending loads of money. She said she don't like have to go work and leave her kids, and she just like in the airport. I remember her buying some sunglasses, and they were like designer, and she just grabbed them as we were running for the gate and just tried them on quickly and bought them. And I was like, oh my god, like, as a single mum, you
Yeah.
always put your kids first, don't you? So I was like, if I was going to buy sunglasses like that, I'm not joking, I would have took about 8 different pictures, rang my mum, like made a thing of like why I need them, like made a case. Do you know what I mean?
Who is the girl, man?
Yeah, like really like overthought it. And I was like, I would love to just go and do something like that. So on the plane, I was like, what do you do? She said, oh, I work for Juice Plus. And I was like, what's that? And she was like, well, you work online, social media. And I was like, oh, I'm crap at that. Like, I've got no friends on Facebook. I've only got like 140 friends on Facebook. I was like, I'm good. Like, she was like, and it's about getting healthy. And at 30, I'd had a breast cancer scare as well. And I was like, do you know what? I need to be looking at, because when you're rushing around as mum, I was like calorie counting and doing like microwave meals. I didn't really care what ingredients were or what things were in stuff. I was like, I just didn't care. And I was like, do you know what? After this cancer scare, I was like, I need to look into my health. Now I'm 30. So I was like, right, that sounds good. I'm going to do it. I come back, I was like all excited. I was like, I'm going to do this thing. Like, and everyone was pissing themselves. They're like, Hayley, you burn food, you live off microwave meals, you're going to start preaching about health. Like, honestly, they were like, this is ridiculous.
That's good support, ain't it?
Yeah, but you can trust your friends. But it's surprising when you do something new, the people that don't support you, that you think,
Yeah, 100%.
I remember I had a good friend, and she messaged me and she was like, hey, you know, like, I'm the only one that will be upfront with you, but you're coming across as embarrassing.
No way.
She was like, you're really cringy. And she went like, everyone's saying it. I've got something in the eye. But she was like, you know, I'll be the one to tell you. And I was thinking, what? And I was thinking, what's embarrassing about me wanting to, like, so obviously I had my salary at River Island, but I was just covering bills with that.
Yeah.
So I'm telling this little boy, this little baby, that I'm leaving him every day so we can have nice things, so mummy can earn money, and I've got nothing. His friends' families are taking them Legoland and things like that, and I'm having to say, no, mummy can't afford it. What is cringy about a woman that wants to earn a bit on the side to cover?
Yeah.
Because that's what my plan was. It was my fun money. It was going to be like River Island was going to be my bills. The network marketing was going to be my fun pot. It weren't going in the same account.
Your
that
own bit of money
is to make my mum feel less.
So you kept your full-time job. So if it didn't work, you're giving it a go.
It was like literally, I was thinking, this is my fun pot where I can just like 250 quid.
Yeah.
Where each month I can say, let's go and have a day at Legoland.
Yeah.
That's why mummy works, rather than him not. Like, kids don't understand bills. Like, do you know what I mean? And it just cured my mum guilt a little bit. So that's why I started. Obviously, lost a lot of friends because I was like, once someone says that to me, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to.
Like, I can't. I have, what do they call it? Like, a therapist has actually said I'm an emotional holder. Because I don't forgive or forget.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bad.
What's that sign, Leo?
Cancer.
You're okay? Yeah.
It's quite unhealthy
Yeah.
to be this person, but I'm literally like,
Sign
I
of
can't
that.
forgive you again.
Yeah.
So obviously lost friends. I had all the thing on Facebook, like quite a lot of negativity saying that it's a scam, it's
There
a
was quite a lot
pyramid
of stigma,
scheme.
wasn't
Yeah.
Massive stigma.
we were saying about that.
Yeah.
We think it's so good for you to come on and talk to, because even us, you know, we've seen Juice Plus, but we don't really know enough about it.
Yeah,
I do always.
I'm going to be honest, like anyone that's ever approached me about Juice Plus, I just sort of think, like, if you cut your calories down anyway, you're going to lose weight. I sort of, if they message me, I'll just cancel the message, just be like, I'm not
I've
entertaining
moved
it.
on to another company now, but it's the same thing. It's network marketing. I fell in love with network marketing. It changed my life. And there is a massive stigma. Like I was saying, when I first joined, they were like, it's a pyramid scheme. And I rang my mum up and I was like, oh my God, Mum, I've done something illegal. Like, am I going to get arrested? And she was like, no, but years ago, it was a thing where it was illegal and people were getting scammed.
And they get rich quick, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so I
Kind
was
of
like,
thing.
right, I need to understand this a little bit. But obviously, it those sort of schemes are illegal and they're like shut down.
Yeah.
You know, so I joined businesses that they ain't just popped up. They've been around for years. Anyway, so I was 9 months doing it. I started really enjoying it because I was like getting a bit addicted to like helping girls, and like I'm a bit of a girl's girl. I was starting to really like it.
So did you make money straight away?
No,
or no, it took time.
First month I made what I put in.
Yeah.
Back, so obviously got nothing. 9 months in, I matched my River Island salary, which was a good salary. So then I was getting 2 full-time wages.
Yeah.
So you can imagine 9 months in, I'm like, what the hell? Getting 2 full-time pays.
It's amazing.
I stayed doing it for 2 years, doing the both. And then I was getting 10 to 15 grand a month.
Amazing.
Oh, that's unreal.
Do you think consistency is the key with anything like that? Like you
I
have
think-
to be consistent to get to that level.
Yeah, I think you got to live and breathe it.
Yeah.
Got to be addicted to it. It's a bit of an addiction, I suppose. I'm not addicted to anything else, but I do like earning money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think obviously coming from a single parent background and then I was getting all this money, I was just like, oh my God, like this is amazing. And where it was my energy was sharing that with people. It was like I was getting loads of people joining me, and it just went within 2 years, it went massive. I went to the top of the business. I was getting flown around the world to speak. It was really big and really good. And obviously I quit River Island. They were so good to me. I'll always be grateful to them. But retail, from being a mum, retail is just not, you can't do it.
So
No, bro.
Can't have
when
it, like,
you've got that.
You can't have school holidays off. It's an embargo. It's a block-out. Don't even request it. Like, it's things like that, you know. I can't give my holidays for a year. So I quit retail, and I've done network marketing now for 10 years. And yeah, like it was wild. When
Changed
I
your
first,
life.
changed my life. But do you know what? There's still a stigma.
Yeah.
Still a massive stigma. There's so much hate around it. And I just think, why would you get that much hate?
But you are proof that you can do really well with it. Like,
Yeah.
like you live in a lovely house, didn't you?
So yeah, there's just so many things that like it's done for me. Like things that I'd never imagined that I'd be able to do, like go and buy a car for cash.
Yeah.
Like back in my day, we'd always have like, well, when my mum was bringing us up, we'd have like the loan lady knocking on the door, and we used to have to hide under the window so she didn't see we were in and stuff.
Yeah.
But everything my family got, we got on credit. Like, and even when I then was a single mum, I was paying off some Argos wardrobes, right, for about 3 years. The wardrobes didn't even last as long as I was paying it off. Do you know what I mean? So
So you know what it's like not to have it.
Yeah.
So my mum was a single mum, so I know what it was like as
Yeah.
a child. And then obviously I lost everything and went into refuge and couldn't work. Like, you're not allowed to work. So I know what it's like to have a lovely life. I know what it's like to, and it makes you even more determined, doesn't it? And it
get
makes you
better.
even more grateful for nice things.
Yeah. But do you know what? At first, I'll be honest with you, I did get carried away thinking like I want to sign a stuff and buying stuff that I've never had before.
Yeah.
And just like throwing it away, really. I didn't save none of it. I don't have no regrets because like I just had a lovely time.
It was no money to
It
you.
was no, like I weren't bothered. I was generous with it. Like we'd done lovely things, had lots of holidays. Like just just done mad stuff like
We had
took
an amazing holiday.
yeah, we went away,
We
didn't
went
we?
Australia,
And even that,
New Zealand.
like, I was like, no, upgrade us to a poolside room. I'll pay, like, because I was like, not you, like, used to
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
we need to just live the best time.
We did.
So yeah, I had a really good time. Bought a house, like everything like that, really. And I just think it's amazing.
Didn't you pay for your family to go to America as well?
Not America. My family, we've never been abroad together when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And we had caravan holidays. Our holidays were Clacton, right? So my brother was what I think he must have been. He was in his 30s. He was married, and I was like, "Let's all go abroad together. I'll pay, and I'll pay for my mum, like my family, my brother, his wife, and we just all went abroad like first time
Oh, that's so
abroad
nice.
in our 30s.
Yeah.
I can't even remember where we went now, but it was lovely, like 5-star, all inclusive. I had a really great time. But yeah, to be able to do that, to go when I went and bought a car for cash, he was like writing a note saying, he's like, but you're a single mum, yeah, where'd you wear it? I was like, River Island. And he was like, right, so go and see James over there, he'll sort the credit out. And I was like, no, I'm paying cash. And he was like, literally must have thought I was playing a joke or something. So you know, OnlyFans was a thing then, you might have thought, oh. But but I can't tell you how I felt. Like I was so chuffed with
Yeah.
like really chuffed. So yeah, it was little things like that. And then done 10 years with that company, and I've just recently moved on because I think things have changed for me. Like I'm 40 now and I need to look at skincare and collagen and
Yeah.
like,
Things you're
I've
passionate
got a different
about.
niche, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I go where I'm passionate. I couldn't work in Woolworths. I was from a retail background, but I would only work in Topshop or River Island. They're the only two shops I've ever worked in, or Woolwich Market back in the day when I was young, right? So I have to go where I'm going to either wear the clothes or use the products. I'm not like, I can't be fake. So I knew it was only ever going to be in that whole high street, Topshop or River Island, that I'm going to be working in. And the same with this, like, I needed to go where I'm looking now. Like I'm 40, I wanted to up my skincare, look at, I've gone down the natural route of non-toxic and stuff like that. And this come along and I thought, that's going to be my niche now.
Yeah. It suits you.
It
What you're
suits
interested.
me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sharing it. I'm going to be using it daily. I might as well. So although I got to the top of that company, I did walk away and start again.
How many people did you have? Because you sign people up, don't you? And you have teams. How many
Yeah,
people
I probably
did
lost
you have
count, but at
below
one point
you?
I probably had over 1,000. I think I was in about 14 different countries.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But it weren't fulfilling me anymore. I was bored. I'd reached the top. There was no really more challenges for me. I'd lost my motivation. And actually, it's really quite hard to sell fruit and vegetables to people. Like, people ain't that bothered about what their insides look like.
No, they're not.
And I was starting to come around to that. The fact is, as much as I built on about how your insides are going to be shining, people ain't that bothered. It's about the outside.
Yeah.
So then I took a little look in this company and found out that obviously it was collagen, something that I was going to be buying anyway. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to have a little look at them. And I moved last March, so nearly a year I've been with them. And like I say, started again from scratch. Left a big team and just started again.
So who takes on your team?
It rolls up.
It rolls up to someone.
To the person that brought me in, yeah.
Wow.
So she's gained them. I had about four or five girls come with me that are loyal to me and wanted a new challenge, but most of them stayed.
And how's it going with the new company?
Yeah, good. I like it. I'm going to Prague with them next month.
Lovely. Can't complain.
Oh, that's good.
They're going to be launching a new product, which is the natural version of Ozempic. So I'm sure you will be
Oh my gosh.
interested.
I'm on that.
Used to be my trial.
We want it.
100% down
Yeah.
for that.
I can't wait to get my hands on it either. I'm literally like, I'm hoping they're going to give us some in Prague just to like
Try. Because I've seen you have it on a spoon, don't
That's
you?
the collagen.
Right, okay. So talk us through this new product.
That's the collagen. So you've got like loads of different collagens. You've got your anti-aging, but you've got your skinny collagen. So it's basically got CLA in it, which shrinks your fat cells.
Right.
So shrinks your fat, inhibits your fat storage. So it's all about how your fat metabolism works and stuff like that. So that's the skinny collagen, which is a tablespoon of chocolate sauce a day.
Okay, does it taste nice?
But it's medical grade collagen. So, well, I'll tell you what it tastes like. Well, I like it, but people say it tastes like cheap Easter egg.
Yeah, which is manageable.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not hold your nose. I've seen people taking stuff that's like, you know.
I won't care if it is like that. If it's going to make me skinny, I'll
I say to
be
people,
down in the bottle.
this is what I say to people, like, even if it was disgusting, it's a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Hold your nose and knock it back.
Yeah.
I won't care.
Because we've got a detox you do before that, and it's green. And yeah, I get it. It smells not so good, but it tastes like spicy lemonade. And I've had people going to me, I just can't do it. I'm heaving, I'm gagging, and I'm like,
Honestly.
hey, Danielle,
Just get off.
I don't understand, but
Aw.
I'm all right with stuff like that. If I know it works, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
But so it's really good. It's medical grade collagen, so it helps with all your hair, nail, skin, anti-aging. So I didn't actually know about collagen.
Yeah, see, I take
didn't know
collagen in a
anything.
powder form every morning.
Right, yeah.
But we do stop producing collagen
Yeah.
after 25,
You lose it.
You
1%.
look-
So
yeah,
I've
so
already
it
lost
breaks
15%
down.
of my collagen.
Yeah.
already.
which is why people head towards like what I do, Botox and fillers and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a natural way.
But it's not just that, it's like your joints.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
The most
I'm
abundant
thinking of
it's the most abundant protein in the body, and you're losing it.
Don't they say as well for ladies that are going through the menopause, collagen, really helps it.
Yeah.
You know, with the symptoms and that they're getting with the menopause.
Yeah, so it's all exciting. I'm happy with I like the clinical look of the products. I think, the collagen peptide face creams, the cleansers, everything I'm into,
really?
all
Like
harsh
all of
chemical
that?
free.
Oh, I want to try it now.
Yeah, you should have brought some.
Do you know, I should have, because do you know what? I nearly did. You know, I heard a podcast of you saying about, like, you tell me, you're still not quite happy with, like,
Yeah.
and I was like, we've got this body firming foam. I'll have to show you pictures, or I'll send you one to try.
What is that good for, like cellulite?
But it's collagen, but it's on the outside.
Yeah.
That's a foam.
Okay.
And you rub it in, and the results. I'll show you my mum's arms in a minute.
Yeah.
Because my mum's arms, obviously, she's a prime candidate. Her arms have gone like, and I'm like, Mum, do this for me, and just like
I've
be.
got such bad hair.
And
I've got
the
cellulite.
cellulite. I'll show you a picture of that. Yeah, the body firming foam is amazing.
Is that collagen based as
Yeah,
well?
it's collagen.
What about stretch marks? Would it
Yeah,
do?
it's helped stretch marks. That's the firming foam. It's helped cellulite and stretch marks. It's amazing.
Get us on it. Get us
Get us on
all
it.
of it.
No, I know, it's amazing.
I'm up for
yeah,
trying
I'm
anything.
excited. And obviously this new product I think is going to be bloody
Yeah,
good,
get me
so-
on that.
So have you got any hate so far with any of this? Any trolling with the new thing that you're doing?
Not the new thing. Obviously, I think when you're on social media, I had trolling with, like, when I first went to the Top in Juice Plus, people don't like to see you earning money for some reason.
Why is that?
I don't know. And yeah, I got put on a hate site. I don't know. Is it a hate site? I don't even know. Yeah,
Tattle
is it a
lie.
hate site, or I think it is.
Yeah, it's like
Trolling, is it?
Trolling, yeah.
I can't understand the gist of the site. It's not something that I'd go on. And I actually don't even want to give them any credit of, like,
naming them.
because it's a disgusting site, and anyone on it is, like, full on troll. But it's just, I assume it's women, they're hidden, and they just basically spend their whole day. Anything that I put on my social media, within seconds it's on there.
Stalk.
So like you're stalkers.
But we want
they
more
just-
haters. Don't you think haters are your biggest fans?
They just constantly, hate on it. I don't know.
So what do you have to do to get on Tattle Life? Like, do you have to have a large social, like, is it social
I'm
media?
not on there.
Oh, you're not on there?
I've never been on there. That's what
Oh,
they
a different
discuss.
one.
No, as in, I'm not on there, so I can't comment or nothing. But
Okay.
they discussed me. They're on there. You have to be invited only, I think. I don't know.
Oh, no, I think it's like you have to set up like a username, don't you?
But you can only come in if you've been invited by someone.
Oh,
on there.
really?
Oh.
So I can see what they're saying about me, but I can't comment, and you'd never know who it is.
No way.
Unless you do, which we have done, a bit of a Colleen Rooney.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously,
Swagger.
they screenshot my stories, and obviously then I can
You
look
can
at my
see you've
stories.
viewed your
400 people
stories.
looked at your stories, and you've got to go through it all. But I ain't even going to give them my time to even do that.
Don't you
like,
think it's free publicity though sometimes as well? Like even on TikTok when you see people getting trolled, the best people I think's hilarious is when they reply to the comment and they go, "Thank you very much, 'cause you kept me in the algorithm."
Oh yeah.
Like we got some hate messages the other day, didn't we? On the what was it? Can she do her colouring within the line?
Yeah, I don't even get
And I was
that.
like, yay, I first hate that.
This is the thing. Leave it on there, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it does help the algorithm. At first, I was a bit unsettled by it,
Yeah.
and I was a bit like, "Whoa." And do you know what? There's even Facebook groups, right? One of them, I think, I was like, are you allowed to say Facebook groups?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I think it was originally made for lockdown. It's called I think it's called Family Lockdown Group or something like that. Got loads and loads and loads of people in there, right? And they ask random stuff. Like, I'm a mum, really struggling financially, but I need something that I can do around the kids. I'm like, oh my God, I can help you. Like, I've been doing this 11 years now. I would consider myself as knowing what I'm doing. And you can't comment on there because it's network marketing and you get blocked. Or for instance, if someone says about a collagen, they need a collagen, because I work for the company, a ladybird's just landed on your leg.
Oh, that's lucky,
that
isn't it?
lucky?
I think that's lucky.
It's
Yes.
like, you know.
Where's it come from? That's such.
Do you know
I
what?
literally was like that, and it's
No
look, it's on the sofa.
I'm not joking. It might have followed me from home because they're all in my bedroom. They keep coming on my windows in my bedroom. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly tell you what I want to do for my birthday?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you've seen it. It's these hammocks that you lay with.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I want to do, but they are booked up
Sundays.
for I think the end of March they had a space. I might book that.
I just know I'm gonna say
And you literally lay in this hammock and they brush your hair, they sing you a song.
We've got a blog
I
as
thought,
well.
yeah, I thought we'd video it. I'm doing that.
I've been
Get in
saying
touch with
that I'll go down there for so long.
Come with
Oh,
us.
So you do know
Does
it?
it matter that I'm just gonna fall asleep?
No.
I'd love
Is it
it.
real?
I never do. I do sound baths and everything. I never ever fall asleep. I struggle so much to switch off.
Oh no, I'm asleep straight away.
Yeah.
Because
I'm looking up.
I'm always on the go. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so in those groups, I can't even say if someone says, "Oh, I'm looking for a good collagen. There's loads out there, and I know we've got the best one with the most absorption." I can't say
Why?
because it's my business. So if they put in the link, "Oh, Amazon sell this,"
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, yeah.
If I comment on there, the level of hate is unreal. They're like, "Oh, she's just saying that because she's a scammer because she works in multi-level marketing. It's MLM."
It's not normal.
Get
Yeah,
with the
but-
times. We've moved on with the times
Oh,
now.
there you go. That's just people on the internet. Hayley, the other night we were out for dinner. I've been trying to get donations for this child that's just gone into housing from being in care. This one woman, she was like messaging me because I didn't come and pick it up that day and I wouldn't give her the address to drop it off. She was like, "You must be a scammer." No, hon, I haven't scammed you out of a duvet. And seriously, keep the duvet. Like, I'm so offended.
It is a weird world being on social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah.
It is.
And I think 11 years in now, you've just got to be.
You've got to have tough skin.
And obviously, with everything that I spoke about with COVID and that, like, that got me a lot of hate. But I can understand that hate, right? Because I'm being controversial, I'm being opinionated, and I'm speaking against the grain. Yeah, so that, I know what to expect with that. A mum earning money or advertising good products that she genuinely uses,
Yeah.
I don't get why I'm getting that level of hate. A woman that pays 40% tax, contributes to everything. I don't understand why I'm getting hate for that. With the COVID, I can understand, not that the level of where it went, I was getting death threats. I think that's a bit, taking it a bit too far. Yeah.
So
Do you not
people
think-
that are listening that don't understand what you mean by the
Yeah.
common things?
I literally had the opposite. So everyone that was saying, "Go and get your jab,"
Yeah.
I was going, "Don't."
Yeah.
Don't do it.
So you would be considered a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So this is the other side of you that is in your personal life, not work life.
I was fully, when we went into COVID, I was a government stream. I was a rule follower. I
Mhm.
believed if my doctor said that, take that,
Yeah.
I'd take it. I was all over it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but there was a point, and I think it was when Boris said, you wear a mask to the table, but then you can take it off, or you can go out in groups of 6. At that point, before then, I was listening to the updates, and I was getting all involved, and I was like, oh my God, like really following it.
Yeah.
Saying to them, we've got to wash the stuff when it comes back from the supermarket. And then at that point, something just went in my head. This ain't adding up.
No.
Something ain't right here.
Yeah.
Why can you go out in 6 people but not 7? And the virus is gonna know. And that is when I started going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And when I went down that rabbit hole, my God, my whole life with everything changed. Like, I was like, I can't believe I've been fooled for this long. And now I can't unsee stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's like once you've had that wake up,
Yeah.
you don't trust nothing.
It's
Do
like
you-
called an awakening, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you not think a lot of people are waking up to this whole COVID thing now?
I think now they are, and this is the thing. At the time, I remember being really lonely. Don't get me wrong, I heard you saying about lockdown was very different to your lockdown. Like me, my lockdown was amazing because I had my husband off. For some reason, the weather was just so hot.
Lovely.
And
Oh,
lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like they could control that.
Which they
Yeah.
bloody can, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that one. But we had the best. I felt like I was like on holiday.
But like you say, it was so lonely.
Well, everyone got a hot tub that summer.
Yeah.
So we had a hot
Get
tub.
lazy swap.
Had the best time. Everything was amazing. And I obviously didn't follow the rules, but then I had other friends that were really strict to it. That part was nice, but I did feel like when it was getting tougher into the winter, when people were getting ill and stuff, and it was being rammed by the media, I felt like I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone was following something that I knew was, I felt and I truly believed was a lie.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my mates were going to me, you ain't all right. Like, this is real. People are dying and you need to start believing it and following it. And I was like, nah, saying came out. And they're like, Hayley, you've lost it. And I lost family, friends.
So can I ask you, do you think you don't believe that COVID is a real thing at all?
I think the virus was, obviously.
Okay.
I know it was made.
Yeah.
And put out there for
Okay. We
purpose.
agree on
Yeah,
that.
we agree. Yeah.
Like, I know that there were people getting sick, but it was a stronger version of a flu.
Yes.
Cold, yeah. It
Right.
weren't going to kill you, and it definitely weren't harm to kids.
100%. I
So
agree.
knowing, like, I've got mates that were considering vaccinating their children, and even people that was testing their kids.
Yeah.
It was mentally torturing me.
Yeah.
And I was screaming it out to people, and I was thinking, because at least then, now, how long are we on? People can now say to me, oh, you're right, weren't you? Like,
Honestly.
and if it happens again, we ain't going there.
Have you
Yeah.
been vaccinated?
Me? No, I would not touch.
All 3 of us
No.
haven't been vaccinated.
No. But I did have friends at the time that was going to get it done, and they was making me feel guilty.
Yeah. I felt a
And
bit pressured.
yeah, like saying like, what, you're not going to get it done? And I was like, no, I would not.
Heart attacks.
Yeah.
There's people that have had it put now on their death certificate that the cause of death was the COVID vaccine.
Yeah. So a girl I know, Charlotte Wright, she won't mind me talking about it because she's openly gone to the press. She's gone everywhere with it. But her husband Stephen was the first in the UK to be declared killed by the AstraZeneca, and he was a doctor of the Great Ormond Street, so he took it
Because he had to have
the pressure. And I think she did say, to be fair, that he would have took it anyway because he was that sort of person, you know. He believed in that industry. But within a week he died. And their 2 little boys, gorgeous little boys, like, are burying their dad. And that happened so soon on. So obviously I knew that straight away because basically on social media I was getting loads of hate. I was losing my friends and family over it, and I felt really alone and like I was going mad. I was like, why are these, what is going on? And these people started connecting with me on social media saying, I feel the same. I feel so lonely. So I made with a couple of my friends, a group called Mums Unite. And it was like an Insta page, and we all got together, and it got that big that there was a Mums Unite Essex, Mums Unite Kent, Mums Unite up north, like la la la.
That's really good.
And we all spread out, and we all made like WhatsApps, and still to this day, it's still running. They've changed their names of their groups now, but we still meet up, and it's like friends that
I've
I'd
done
never.
protests as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
seen
I'd
that.
never, like, I used to look at protests like
Oh, I've been
as like the
protests.
unwashed
Yeah.
people. Like, I'd be like, I'd never protest, like, oh,
I
like,
did.
and there was me, like, up London protesting, like, it was just mental.
Good on you, though.
But when the schools said about, like, my son, that he was 14 at the time, he could make his own decision whether he wanted to. And they said they were doing this lesson that was going around in school saying, put your hands up if you want to save your mum and dad, and if you think you take the jab and that, and all of this in this lesson. And I was like, I ain't having it. I'm not having him like feeling like he's
Putting
a
you in
killer
danger.
because he's not
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah,
having it. He's at no risk, he don't need it. And then they said basically they're going to get a nurse to come into the school and have a conversation with him, and if they think he's competent to make his own decision,
No
then
way.
No.
Do you know what?
Sons of-
I had one of my clients actually who she's a single mum, and her son's dad wanted him to have the jab, but she didn't, and they was really up literally head to heads over this, and her heart was literally breaking because she was like, I do not want to give my child it, and then he was like, but I think he's like 16 or something he was, and he's like, well, he's old enough to make his own decision.
or something.
So the stress she was going through from that, and what do you do? Like, what do you do
This
when?
was my worry because me and his dad are very different.
Yeah.
And obviously he's in a government sector job.
Yeah.
And he's got his beliefs. And
Yeah.
I've got mine. And obviously at the time, it was such the not cool thing.
It was like mental to be saying.
Like, if you were saying anything like that, you were a granny murderer and you were like the scum of the scum. And obviously everything else, it was like, get a sticker for having it when you were the great person.
Yeah.
And on your stakes and that. And I just said to him, I had a sick feeling because I was like, thankfully, me and my husband think the same.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you've got a child with someone else, I was like, I'm dreading this moment. But I gave him all the information that I studied. And I said, read all that. And once you tell me that you've read all that and you still want to go ahead, then we'll have enough discussion. Yeah. And he read it and he was like, I'm not even going to have mine now. No, you're right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really, and it's really good that Dan agrees with you. I've got the same with Ben, although he's a little bit too much. He's like, there's no such thing. He actually said it in one of my midwife appointments when they asked me if I'd had my COVID jab, and he went, there's no such thing. And I went, you cannot say that to an NHS worker, like the grounds. I wanted the ground. But I've actually had COVID 4 times and been so unwell with it. I was like, it is a thing that
I had it really bad. Like, when I actually had it, I thought
it was
I was laughing about it until I had it.
Yeah, I know.
I was
I've had it
literally
4
laughing.
times. I've had it 2 Christmases
But then if
in
you
a row.
flu, you feel the exact same. Like,
No, I felt
No,
worse.
this
than
weren't the same as flu.
100% worse than flu.
Was your eyes
But,
hurting? Like
everything hurt.
everything
Like, I
hurts.
couldn't even walk down the end of the road. I was so ill, and I think it's called my long-term illness because I've got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which I don't think is purely trauma. They say a lot of women that have been through domestic violence get a diagnosis of that. I do agree that it is that, because if I get stressed out, it's like a trauma response. I'll start feeling physically unwell. But I think having COVID, I think it impacted my immune system.
Yeah, see, I just think, like, if you are fairly, like, I know, like, I did not once wear a mask. And can you imagine, I was getting people,
I had so many rails over not wearing masks. I
had
bet you.
people chasing me round Asda.
Yeah.
Like, I remember this man, he literally had his belly hanging out of his t-shirt, right? It was literally touching his knees. And he's going down the escalator going to me, you're going to kill people.
No.
And I'm like, look at you. Are you joking? You're worried about getting a cold when you're walking around like that? Like, seriously?
Well, he'd be one that would take him down because he's got other illnesses.
Yeah,
It's
but
his-
I'm a healthy person.
Yeah.
I knew I weren't going to be no risk to no one. My nan was in ICU. She had COPD, blah, blah, blah. And I still went in to see her. I didn't put
They
a
hate
mask.
you.
Yeah, obviously everything was a challenge. Everything was a fight. But I didn't let my nan have the jabs. She was
No.
absolutely fine. Carers gave her one jab and a month later she was dead.
No.
No way.
Yeah. So I just think there's just certain things, but yeah, it weren't adding up to me. And I'm so glad now because I think I can hand on heart say to every person, every friend, everyone that's lost someone, I did try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually put myself on the line and I tried. I protested. I went up to school. It was embarrassing. I went up to school and had an hour like battle with the head teacher, but it was mortifying. Like he was going shit, screaming in my face, saying he'd lost people from COVID and like literally screaming in my face. And we was having a
But
full
it's
on
so
laugh.
sad. It is sad, but it was released. Like there's evidence that it was released. It was created in China, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
in
the
the labs
labs
over
and the
there.
masks make you a sicker.
And people were killed. There was a scientist that was like thrown out of a window, wasn't there? Because I've got this conspiracy book.
I remember that.
Yellow. Then I remember that I'll have to try and find it and lend it to you. And they speak all about it in there and how it was made in the labs. It was spread out to.
But when you see that and you see like how they've like controlled that and made everyone fear and live in fear, like why were people angry at someone like me but not angry now that they someone got buried and no one could go?
Oh, yeah.
Like to me that is like such a bad like that is just so criminal.
No one's been held
But
responsible
no one
for
been held
making it.
accountable, but no one's angry. Like we're still following, like and believing, like the next thing in the paper. When you think they had you believing that someone needed to be buried alone,
Yeah.
or kids dying could only have
Yeah.
one parent there. Like, are you having a
I've
laugh?
spoken
And
to
that was all
nurses that
fake.
were in the hospital, and do you know what? Like, I could never say to him it wasn't real because the trauma that they went through. They said there wasn't enough beds. There
Yeah.
were people on trolleys in the hole. You know, you can't say the horrific.
But again, there's no need. They were monetizing stuff that they didn't need to, like making money for their own friends for contracts for PPE that all got binned to give their mate like a million contract or whatever, when they could have put that into the hospitals and made that done
Cleaning
so much better.
companies did so well
Like,
out of it.
They could just tax the super rich 1% and everyone would have what they need. Like
Yeah.
it's just so bad. And one
They was just laughing at everyone, really, weren't they?
They were
Got
having a
Boris
laugh.
They was
Johnson
laugh-
telling you to stay home, and they're having parties.
Yeah.
Like, please. And people, old women are dying on their own in hospital, and this lot are having parties.
But I just think I can't now. I can't forget that because I said I'm emotional holder. But I can't now see a doctor that has told me that that was safe and I needed to have it and give it to my kids.
So what about your children, Hayley? Have you vaccinated your children?
So yeah, my worst regret is them having baby jabs.
Yeah.
But at the time, I
You
had no
didn't know. You
suspicion.
didn't know
I had
as
no
well what you know
suspicion.
now.
I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought that, you know, your parents go, well, you've had it, nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's just the thing in it. You just give your baby jabs, like that's normal. And it weren't until obviously I see the whole corruption around the COVID vaccine that I thought.
So now you would never, if you had another baby now, you wouldn't vaccinate.
No. But then I think since we were kids, I think there's like something like 10 or 15 more vaccines on the schedule than when we were children.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and do you know what? I knew when I was holding him to have one in each limb and jabbing each limb, I knew that that weren't right. Something in my gut didn't feel right, me holding my baby down to have one in each limb.
Yeah.
But I did it because I trusted the doctor. I trusted that that's what you had to do. But since like learning and like I went them 2 years in lockdown, I literally learnt more than I've ever like finding the research. And I mean not research that you're delivered by the government. I mean hunting for it and reading things and finding people that You know, I'd much rather trust a doctor that's going to be honest and lose their
Yeah.
license than someone that's being paid to say a certain thing.
Yeah.
And when you go down that rabbit hole, you're like, the corruption.
Don't the doctors get paid to vaccinate children?
There's
What,
Per child,
per
child.
child?
Big Pharma is huge. Like there's a documentary. Like you asked me to send it to someone, didn't you?
Yeah.
That documentary has been wiped from everywhere. Like, what
Yeah.
I don't get is why can't there be the balanced information and then you make
You make your
choice?
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why is that not fair? Like, why can't you, like, and I see a thing on Instagram the other day actually of this man saying they were like separated and the wife took the son for a vaccine, for the COVID vaccine, and now he's got myocarditis. And he was saying, he rang up the lady on the phone and he was like, but you said it was safe.
Yeah.
And she went, well, in some instances, it could be. And he went, but you never said that.
No.
Why did you not say that at the time? And she's like, stuttering, like, and he's like, because it's been confirmed there, it was the vaccine that's caused it, but you never said that to my wife at the time. And it's just like, why is there not a balance? Like, why can't you make your informed choice as a parent? Why don't they say? But they're covering it all up because they're going to lose too much money.
Valencia, I'll give her ones. I think it was the first lot I give her, and she had a really bad reaction in hospital, and they would not. I said that they would not say it's from the vaccination. I said, well, she was perfectly fine until she had this vaccination, and they was not. No, it's viral. That's what they said it was. It's viral. She was like, she was screaming. She had rashes all over her. And yeah, and from then I was like, do you know what? I don't want to.
So you have that, George?
No.
So with the research that you've done, what are the side effects or risks with the baby immunisation?
Oh my God, it's wild. I would just say, like, there's a program, I think it's called the Children's Health Organisation.org. Look at that. And I would say, do your research, like, and look, because this documentary had me in tears. One, because the massive mum guilt I've got that I never even researched it. Do you know that? Like, I didn't even look into it.
You trust the doctors, don't
Scared
you?
your baby's gonna get meningitis.
Yeah.
If I'm being like, I'm terrified. Imagine if my baby got meningitis and lost a limb. I would never forgive myself for not
Like, I
having
just
her
think
immunised.
because there's not enough balanced research and you only have what they're telling you, you feel uneducated to go against that because you think, well, yeah, what if that? But if you have the balanced research, then you could go, well, there's this risk or there's that risk, and I'll decide, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. Like that documentary, there was parents that like cot death was instant after vaccination. So is it a cot death or is it because they've been vaccinated? But there's no, it's definitely not that, and it's just shut to the thing. And these parents are like, but I know that, and they're getting no, like, do you know what I mean? And just there was just loads of things. Like there was a lady on there that was showing her kids like just walking fine, normal, and then the next day after vaccination just couldn't walk anymore, just kept falling over, constant, and it's just a whole can of worms.
Autism as well, isn't it? It's proving that a lot of children.
Yeah, and that was a big thing in there. Honestly, any parent or mum to be has got to watch the documentary. But like I say, it's so hard to find there. But
you've got it.
Yeah,
You need to
it
to me.
But it's an eye opener and it's really interesting. But what's scary is every doctor that started seeing it, they lost their doctor's license straight away if they ever raised a question about it.
Really?
You just don't understand the corruption and how big pharma is and money.
Pharmaceuticals is so much money.
I know girls, even in like dealing with girls that are on weight loss and mums and being a girl's girl and talking to people, right? I've had people come to me and they're like, I need to lose weight. I've put on whatever, right? And they're like, when doctors, I went on antidepressants because I've just had a baby, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, so you go there for one thing, right? And then next minute she started losing her hair through the antidepressants. So then they gave her a steroid to help the hair with the antidepressant, right? Then she with the steroids has put on 8 stone,
God.
right?
Oh God.
So now she's overweight, and now she's been diagnosed with fibromyalgia and arthritis. Yeah. So now she's struggling to be mobile. She's on like 8 different tablets now because she went there with one problem. Not once has I ever said to her, like, what are you eating?
Yeah.
Like, how are you managing this? Like, nothing. So she's gone with one problem and she's come out with 8 different tablets and now got this thing. Same with my mum. She's just had a brain surgery, right? They've said she's got to take aspirin for life. Straight away, I'm like, Mum, tablet for life, like it's going to lead to something. She's like, well, you know, like they've said, if I don't take it every single day for life, I'm going to have a stroke. So I'm like, oh, Mum, you know, I don't feel easy with this. Me and my brother think completely different. So my brother's like, she needs it, shut up, don't talk to you type thing. Anyway, she's now got asthma, severe asthma from the aspirin, and lungs of a 93-year-old apparently, and only getting 46% of her airways. So now they've given her, went round the other day, she's got like inhalers and steroids and da 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 da.
God.
And they're like, you need all this now. Da da. Like, what?
Do you know what?
I
They had
mean?
me on tramadol when I first got diagnosed with fibromyalgia. They had me on so much tramadol, morphine patches. It was so hard to wean myself off of them all and go on to more natural, totally lifestyle change, no alcohol, healthier diet, less processed food, and it makes a huge, huge difference.
It does.
I won't even take paracetamol.
No.
I literally don't even. And if I
Yeah, I do.
really do have a migraine and I take one, it just works straight away because I don't ever.
Because you're so
Yeah.
immune to it, but I breathe in paracetamol.
What I've learned, and which I never ever did, was like they obviously put a flannel, like a mask on something, doctors, but then they don't tell you that that's going to lead you to something else.
Yeah.
Like everything. Whereas the only thing that's going to heal you is your diet, that fully. Like, and that's with everything, I think. Like,
Have any of you watched Apple Cider Vinegar?
not yet.
If you've not watched it, it's really good.
I need to watch
Where?
that.
On Netflix.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, watch it. It's really good.
What is it about?
So the woman, she says that she's got brain cancer.
All right.
Oh, I've seen the
And
trailer for this.
she says, well, she creates this program that to get people well by all this like healthy juices, all things like this. But she doesn't actually have the brain cancer, so she gets caught out, and yeah, it's mad. You got to watch it.
Oh my God.
So yeah, she's lied about the brain cancer, but she's actually created a lot of like all the women that had cancer. She did actually help.
It is.
But she still lied about it. So
Yeah, it is a bit of a mind.
it's a true story.
Is this the blonde girl?
No, she's not blonde.
Oh yeah,
I've
I've seen so much about it.
It is good.
My friend's little boy, he had eczema really bad, bleeding, like honestly,
My children had it like that.
so bad. And like again, you don't know what to do. You go doctors, give you steroid.
I won't touch it with my.
Anyway, his skin becomes so thin that like if in the playground at school anyone touched him or that, he'd be bleeding, and he was just like bleeding in the beds every night. It was awful. She was pulling her hair out. Like his whole legs were like a blister.
Oh.
She was trying to think. She then waited, I think, 18 months to see someone at St Thomas's Hospital, like dermatology, thinking that he's going to give her the answer to all her prayers. He's like, I can confirm he's got eczema. Right? She's like, are you joking me? Like, I've waited 18 months
Is that
for
it?
this. So then she went to Holland's Barrier. I don't know. She was like doing these like Chinese soup baths. She was trying anything.
Yeah.
And then she overheard someone. I think she was getting her back cracked or something because she's a midwife, and she overheard someone talking about this homeopath. So she was like, so she took her to see her. She's by Blue Wall actually, and she took her to see her. Took him to see her, and she went through all of these tests, and showed intolerant. She went, nah. She went, it's his MMR. There's part of his MMR that his body, because anything that shows on your skin is something about your gut being unhappy, and your skin is trying to get it out of the body. And is like something in the MMR. I don't know what part of it, but something in there is not agreeing with him and needs to come out. So she done like this detox on him, and like
Done it.
a couple of weeks later, she rang me. She's like, "My boy's got skin on his legs," like, and
That's so
maybe
good.
about 3 years down the doctors with steroids and all sorts. Like, I just that way now is my path. Like, if anything's wrong, I'm going.
I actually went to doctors yesterday over my boy, and his skin's really bad, but his is like rashy spots all over him. And they said antibiotics for 3 to 6 months. And straight away, I was like, do you know what? That's a bit extreme. Like, I don't want him having, like, well, I don't want him taking a tablet every day. So, yeah, I might find this woman and see
That's the way.
if it could help her.
Is it food
Help him.
intolerance that she does?
They test everything.
Yeah, they
Everything.
test down to it could be paprika, and then you get a tiny bit of paprika in an ingredient, and that will flare it all up. I think
So
I want the whole family to have
Yeah.
it, but I wouldn't touch steroid cream.
I've
like
got
kids,
another
and they've had it
friend.
so bad.
I've got another friend that just recently, she's been going out of her mind, like trying to sort stuff out with the baby because she's like had a really bad upset tummy for like, we're talking like a couple of years. And they're saying all stuff like, don't know what it could be, like this, that, the other. And she paid in the end to go and see someone, like a private child practitioner, 250 quid, still no answer.
I done the exact same thing with La Rosa. She was having really bad tummy problems. Took her to Harley Street. I think I ended up giving, yeah, it was over. I think it was like £300, something like that. And they done. I thought it was like a proper allergy test. And after everything, there was no answer. They could, so I paid the money. They done. I think it was like more like a skin test, but I don't know how. Well, yeah, it come
The
back
thing
with
is, like,
nothing.
you hold like metal things.
Oh yeah.
So it's mental. But anyway, they found out.
Oh, I
The
think I've done that
school
before.
the school actually even put and said, "Oh, it might be because she's autistic." Like, you're gonna go down that path? Like, really? Anyway, she's gone to see this lady, held the metal things, done all the testing, and that she said she's got E. coli in her small intestine from the bit chicken she's eaten.
That's how they do it with some of them. They put their hands up.
Yeah.
If you can't hold it up and it drops,
Oh, that's
it means
kinesiology.
that's
correct.
mad.
I
It's
did.
worth
I had an
doing.
allergy test done before, and it was with these silver. Is it like the frequency things?
Yeah.
And it said I couldn't eat potato, and I still eat potato. So I'll take a lot of notice of that.
No, I'm just going to go down that route now.
Yeah.
I trust it.
Yeah.
I feel so much more comfortable with that. I think find the root cause and deal with it rather than keep.
Definitely.
Definitely such a good advice.